chemistry, not chemistry. So today I am here with a new topic, type of chemical reactions. So if you have any doubts in the previous portions, you can just check my previous video. I have given the link in the description box. So shall we start? Okay. Chemical reaction can be classified into combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction and double decomposition reaction. This is very easy topic, so just listen here. Here I have given 7 chemical reactions. You do one thing, pause the video and take a piece of paper and write these 7 chemical reactions on that paper. And try to classify these 7 chemical reactions into 2 categories based on your observations. Just try it. Okay, so this is my way of classifications. Can you predict what is the base of my classification? It is very simple. So let us find that base together. Okay, so here calcium oxide and water, both are different substances. And these two substances are combining sign is plus sign, right? So calcium oxide and water both are combining and forming calcium hydroxide. So two substances are combining and forming a single product. And the next example you can see here, hydrogen and oxygen both are different substances and these two substances are combining and forming a single product, that is water. And next one, here also you can see magnesium and oxygen both are different substances and these are combining and forming a single product, that is magnesium oxide. So generally we can write A and B are combining and forming what? AB. Here A and B are combining and forming a single product, that is AB. So this type of chemical reactions are known as combination reactions. This type of chemical reactions are known as combination reactions. So why these are known as combination reaction? Because here combination is taking place. A and B are combining. Hydrogen and oxygen both are combining and it is forming a single product. So this type of reactions are known as what? Combination reactions. Okay, so in this column you can see here a single compound, that is FeSO4, on heating it is breaking down into Fe2O3, SO2 and SO3. And next one you can see here PbNO3, lead nitrate, is a single compound and it is on heating it is producing PbO plus 4NO2 plus O2. And the third one you can see this is also a single compound and when it is exposed to sunlight it will break down into silver and chlorine. And the last one you can see here water, when we are passing electricity through water, this single compound is breaking down into H2 and O2. So generally we can write over here AB it is breaking down into A and B. When it is breaking down into A and B, when it is breaking down when we are giving certain amount of energy. This energy can be in the form of heat, it can be in the form of sunlight, it can be in the form of electricity. So when we are giving some type of energy, this AB will break down into A and B. It is breaking down, it is decomposing. So in another way we can tell it is decomposing. So this is decomposing into A and B. So such type of reactions are known as decomposition reactions. Such type of reactions are known as decomposition reactions. Okay. Okay, so we can define combination reaction. Combination reaction is the reaction when two or more substances combines to form a single product. And what is decomposition reaction? Under suitable conditions, one single compound splits into multiple simpler substances. So such type of reactions are known as what? Decomposition reaction. Most of the combination reactions are exothermic reactions. So what do you mean by exothermic reactions? X means what? X means out. Thermal means heat. So heat is giving out. So in most of the combination reactions you can see heat will be given out. So when you are doing an exothermic reaction in a beaker, you can see after some time the beaker will get the beaker will become hot. Why the beaker is becoming hot? Because the heat is giving out or the heat is evolving. So that is why the beaker is becoming hot. Okay. So in case of decomposition reaction, we can tell most of the decomposition reactions are endothermic reaction. What do you mean by endothermic reaction? Endo means just opposite for exo, right? So this is an endothermic reaction. This is an endothermic reaction. So here heat will be absorbed. In case of decomposition reaction, heat will be absorbed. So that is why this is known as endothermic reaction. And this is what? This is exothermic reaction. Here heat will be given out and here heat is absorbed. Okay. So when I am telling this, I have used the word most. Okay, so we can't tell that all the combination reactions are exothermic reactions. We can't tell that all the decomposition reactions are endothermic reactions. I have told you most of the reactions, not all the reactions, not 100%. Okay, which means what? There are exceptional cases. Okay, so when nitrogen and oxygen, when it combines to form nitric oxide, we know that this is an example for a combination reaction. So since it is a combination reaction, we will think it is an exothermic reaction. But this is not an exothermic reaction. This is an endothermic reaction. This is an endothermic reaction. And here you can see nitric oxide on heating, it will decompose into nitrogen and oxygen. Since it is a decomposition reaction, here nitric oxide on heating, it is decomposing into nitrogen and oxygen. So we will think it is an endothermic reaction because this is a decomposition reaction. So it will be an endothermic reaction. But this is not an endothermic reaction. This is an exothermic reaction. So the discussion on combination reactions and decomposition reactions are over. So next one is the displacement reaction. Displacement reaction is a chemical reaction in which a more reactive element displaces a less reactive element. Okay, so in simple language we can tell that when the more active, more talented person comes, the less talented person will be out. Okay, so when the more talented, more active person comes, the less talented person will be out. It's simple logic, right? So this is what? This is displacement reaction. So in order to write the displacement reaction, we should know which is more reactive element, and which is less reactive element. So we should know the answer for this. So let us learn that. This is the reactivity series of the metals. Here potassium is the most reactive metal, after that sodium, then calcium. So here you can see copper, silver and gold are the less reactive metals. Okay, so there is a trick to learn this reactivity order. So this is the trick. Please stop calling me a careless zebra. Instead, try learning how copper saves gold. Okay, so here, please. So P stands for potassium. Next one, stop there, S, sodium. Next one is Ca, calcium. Next, M, magnesium. After that, A, that is for aluminium. After that, Car, carbon. Then Z, zinc. I stands for iron. After that, T, tin. Then L, that stands for lead. Then H, hydrogen. After that, copper. Then silver, S stands for silver. Then gold. Okay, so this is the trick. Please stop calling me a careless zebra. Instead, try learning how copper saves gold. Okay, so if you are learning this trick, you can easily write the reactivity series of the metals. Let us see some of the examples for displacement reaction. So here you can see iron and copper are the metals, right? So in the reactivity series, we know that this is the order. This is the increasing order of the reactivity series. So here iron and copper. Okay, so here iron is situated above copper. So this is more reactive because this is the increasing order of the reactivity. So here iron is more reactive. So what iron will do? Iron will easily take the position of the copper because iron is more active. Iron is more reactive. So iron will take the position of copper. So you will get the product like this, FeSO4 plus Cu. Okay, so here here copper is displaced by iron. So in the next reaction you can see zinc and copper. These two are the metals. So here you can find out zinc and copper. So here zinc is, okay, this is zinc and this is copper. So here zinc is situated above copper. So here zinc can easily displace copper and take the position of copper. So you will get the answer zinc SO4 plus Cu. And the last one here lead and copper. So lead and copper are the metals. So here copper is there and lead. Okay. So here lead is situated above copper. So lead is more reactive. So what lead will do? Lead will displace copper from its position. So it will become PbCl2 plus Cu. So this is what? This is known as displacement reaction. Less reactive element is displaced by the more reactive element. Okay, so the last type of chemical reaction is double displacement reaction or double decomposition reaction. So we know that we have already learned about decomposition reaction, right? So there we have learned one single compound. When we are providing some energy, it will decompose into two or more substance like A plus B. Like AB gives A plus B. When we are giving some energy, it will be decomposed to two or more substance. Okay. And here only one reactant is there. In the reactant side, you can see only one compound is there and only one time decomposition is taking place. But here we are going to learn about what? Double decomposition reaction. So in case of double decomposition reaction, two times decomposition should take place. So in order to take place two times decomposition, we should have two compounds, that is AB plus CD. So here in the reactant side, we have two compounds, that is AB and CD. Okay, so before learning this double decomposition reaction, you should know that, see, every compounds, we can divide every compounds into two parts. The first part will be a positive part and the next part will be negative part. And here also, this is also another compound, right? So here also we can divide this compound into two parts, and this is a positive part and this is a negative part. Okay, so now we are going to learn how to write double decomposition reaction. So here AB is a compound and CD is another compound. So CD will also undergo decomposition and AB will also undergo decomposition. So that is why this is known as what? Double decomposition reaction. So here you can see, here after undergoing decomposition, see here AB has already, it has broke down and here also it has broken down. So what we will do, here one positive part will be combined with one negative part. So you can write A is a positive part and here D is a negative part. So A and D will combine, and here C is a positive part and B is a negative part. So C and B will combine. So let us see some of the examples, then it will be clear for you. So sodium sulfate Na2SO4 is reacting with barium chloride. So in the reactant side we have two reactants. And in both the reactants the decomposition should take place. So here also we can divide these two reactants. So we are going to divide this into two parts. So the first part is the positive part and next is the negative part. Here also Ba is the positive part and Cl2 is the negative part. So let us write the products. So here one positive part and one negative part will combine. So you can write NaCl will be one product. Na and Cl will be one product. And NaCl2, we did not learn like that, right? So the product will be NaCl. NaCl2, don't write NaCl2, it is wrong. Okay, so here NaCl plus next positive part is Ba and negative part is SO4. So you will get BaSO4. So this is an example for double decomposition reaction. So here in the reactant side, two reactants are there and for both the reactants decomposition has taken place. So this is what this is double decomposition reaction. And the next example is lead nitrate PbNO3 twice plus potassium iodide. So here we will divide this into two parts. This is the positive part and this is the negative part. This is also positive, negative part. So lead and iodine will combine. So it will form PbI2, lead iodide. Next one, this is the positive part, right? And this positive part and this negative part will combine. So you will get KNO3, potassium nitrate. Okay, so this is the example for what? This is the example for double decomposition reaction. So what is the difference between double decomposition reaction and decomposition reaction? Only one difference is there. In case of decomposition reaction, only one time decomposition will take place. In case of decomposition reaction, two times decomposition will take place. And these are known as what? Ions. This is the positive ion, not positive part. This is actually positive ion. This is negative ion. This is also positive ion. This is negative ion. So what is happening here? Actually here exchanging is taking place, right? This positive and this negative is combining, which means what? Exchange of ions are taking place. Exchange of positive and negative ions are taking place. Okay, actually nitrate was the pair for this lead, but in the product side you can see iodine became the pair of what? Lead. Okay, so here what is happening? Here exchange of ions are taking place. Here exchange of ions are taking place. One more example I will give for the double decomposition reaction. HCl plus NaOH, and here you can see this will be the positive part, negative. This is the positive ion, this is not part, okay. This is the positive ion and this is the negative ion of this compound. And usually we are writing the positive ion in the first, okay. So this will be the positive ion, sodium will be the positive ion and OH, hydroxide, will be the negative ion. So how you will write the compound? H and OH will combine, Na and Cl will combine. So Na is the positive ion and this is the negative ion. So Na and Cl. So this is NaCl plus next H plus and OH minus. So H, so two H are there, then one O. So it became H2O. So this is another example for what? Double decomposition reaction. I hope you all are enjoying my class. Thank you and stay safe.